Good morning. That's good. That's good. I feel the hamster that sits, at his wheel in my brain. He's awake now. Yum, yum, yum. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Are we doing good? We're doing amazing. And Bear's doing very good. Right, baby?
I feel really good, man.
I want to talk about something. Amarillo has the best medical care in the world. I just said it. It has the best medical care in the world. They have a program that is just starting. It just came out. First of all, I haven't called the ER in probably 20 years. Well, okay, that's not true. For myself in 20 years. Maybe 40 years. No, 30. It doesn't matter. And when I tell you the story, no, I'm never going to tell you the story.
The 911 call?
Yeah, I'm never telling that story. But we did call 911. See, now everybody's interested. Everyone's like, what? We have a history of calling 911 for real things, but the most bizarre thing
Embarrassing.
is horrible. We had to call one time. We called 911 because our neighbor had a heart attack. And we heard his wife screaming in the backyard. And that was the last time we called 911. But it wasn't for us. It was for our neighbor. So,
You have to say it now, honey.
no, I'm not. Be quiet. So anyway, Bear called 911 without consulting me because let me tell you this type of partner I have. He was so worried. Last night, before we fell asleep, he goes, because you're kind of fragile. You're fragile. I've never viewed myself as fragile, but I think as I get older, I have.
Sorry.
And he just thought she will not be able to function if I black out or have a heart attack or stroke out. She will lose it. And that's
the wife who was here for a week with a dead body. You know what to do. You would executive function me dead here for a week, mummifying in my chair.
oh my God, Bear.
I think so.
I really rise to the occasion. You have no idea. Look, that guy that was dying, I literally jumped out of the pool.
Naked.
And we were skinny dipping. And I jumped out of the pool, the Intex Walmart pool. Hey, poor people have to have fun somehow. And so I ran to the neighbor's house, and I wasn't naked. I was wearing Bear's muscle shirts, like one of these. And
But you were wet.
yeah, I know. I was like, obviously, because I've never heard of dry swimming before. And I went to go help. This one stayed in the pool. Because you had trouble getting in and out of the pool.
I had.
So, anyway, I know how to rise. He just sees me as fragile because I don't know why. But that's the way he sees me, and I accept it. Because then I get spoiled and babied and whatever. So he's over here calling 911. He's like, get dressed. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna get dressed to go to work. He's like, I need to go to the hospital. And he's never said that before. And he didn't want me. Well, I think I remember how to get to the hospital. I really do. I mean, we've gone so many times for me. It's like etched in my brain. But he's right. I would be probably. How the hell am I going to get him in the Suburban if he passed out? So calling the ambulance was smart. And so I was getting dressed and calling my coworker because, again, I did lose executive functions for a little bit and I couldn't think clearly on how to call in a sub because that app is on my Chromebook and I couldn't find my Chromebook. Even my coworker who was half asleep was like, "You can't find your what?" I said, "My Chromebook," so I could put it in absence. She's like, "Oh, no, don't worry about it. I got you." So I just felt so I was doing that in another room. And so what they have is I'm trying to find the name of, nurse navigation program. And it's hitting the big cities this year, okay? And it hasn't existed. Amarillo happens to be one of the cities that they're trying this on, and it's working. And it's kind of like the program where the police in some big cities, the police are not, dispatch is not just going to automatically send police. They're going to send,
They do on phone triage.
yeah, they're doing on-phone triage now. That's now the norm, which is what I so needed back in when I was pregnant days. The 90s, I could have used that. But they're sending out trained psychologists or people that are experienced in working with mental disabilities. I guess it's like they're part EMT, but they have special trainings so that they can go and literally talk people off bridges, talk people off who are off their meds, instead of shooting people who are in psychosis. That's ridiculous. That is the kind of progressiveness I can stand behind. That's amazing. So now they have a triage. By the way, the reason I started all this, I haven't called 911. And I didn't know they had the portable EKGs. Like, they knew everything about his heart. Even last night, he still had one patch on his arm. So they did an EKG because based on what the triage that was on phone, they don't do that. Back in the day, if I called 911, you're going to have to come in. Yeah, it could be anything. So you're going to have to come in or not. We don't really care. So they did the triage on the phone, and based on what he had said, they thought maybe it was heart issues. And they come over here and they hook him all up. And I'm like, I have never seen that before in my house. Then they were talking about this new program called the Nurse Navigation Program, where they will give you a lift. They have drivers, and they will take you to a local clinic or urgent care, no cost transportation, a telehealth exam with an emergency room doctor, and any prescriptions you need. Advice and follow-up with local partners. They will take you to the clinic or urgent care for free.
Take you to a pharmacy for free.
They'll even take you to a pharmacy, and they'll wait for you. They'll wait for you. And take you back home. Your condition can be safely managed without ambulance transportation. Oh, so this is like navigation care instructions that they would give you if you used it. And it's like your transportation was by ride share, private vehicle, ambulance, whatever. You were given a referral to mobile urgent care, and then they would take you to this place. Or virtual care for free. It is amazing that we will now have emergency telehealth. And you know that they have gone through this thing on every end. I'm pretty sure they've hired people who are against it and for it and whatever to figure out how can we do this safely and legally. And so always call 911, and then from there they now have some kind of like I said, triage. They figure out who needs to be going to your door. Either way, someone's going to pick you up and someone's going to take you to either the big hospital or to a local clinic or urgent care. So, y'all best be moving to Amarillo. Got moved to Amarillo.
I wonder if some states don't already have that implemented.
No, she said major cities, and Amarillo is considered one of them. I'm telling you, Corpus Christi, Texas, has a big red dot on it on where not to go, and it's because of Thomas J. Henry. Thomas J. Henry is a lawyer who could probably sue me into poverty, but I don't care because it's true. I'm stating facts.
You're already in poverty. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
he was learning to teethe in Corpus Christi back in the 90s. And in the 90s, he was learning how to become the vulture that he is today. And by doing that, he sued almost all of the doctors in Corpus Christi. There was a huge fight where he even set up his office across from Driscoll Hospital. And which I have no love for Driscoll Hospital, really and truly. I do not. Driscoll Hospital is known for calling CPS, and I hate saying that because then parents are gonna not take their kids to Driscoll. Well, actually, you shouldn't. You need to, if you're in Corpus Christi, take your kids to Spawn. Take your kids to Spawn Hospital, the Doctors Regional, anywhere but Driscoll. And if they say, can we take them to Driscoll? Did you want us to? Well, first of all, they wouldn't. They would never. I think when Evan burned his hand, he was electrocuted. They took him to a Driscoll clinic. And I was a little annoyed. But anyway, what was I going to say? So Thomas J. Henry sued enough doctors to make all great doctors leave. And they just, if you want good care, see a nurse practitioner. Really and truly. Because you're not going to be able to get a doctor's appointment anywhere. There's a doctor shortage in Corpus Christi, so you're not actually going to see a doctor anyway if you wanted to. So there, your life is saved. But they're really bad. They're overworked. They're overwhelmed. And the ones that suffer are the patients. So I'm over here living an amazing life in Amarillo because I have amazing doctors and nurses. And now we have this nurse navigation program that if anything ever happened, we wouldn't have to second guess ourselves and your only choices was ER or wait a couple days to see your doctor. Now we can have transport to go to a clinic. So... And yes, I do drive. And in fact, I drive very well in a Suburban, even though I took out the tires.
You're finally admitting to it.
I'm known.
The curb didn't jump out?
I'm really known for popping tires and jumping curbs. But I love driving the Suburban. Did I mention Abbott gave us a raise and I'm happy and I'm enjoying my life? because my raise isn't going to children, that always needed something. Every time I either got a scholarship or some kind of windfall for working extra hours, whatever, income tax return time, it always went to those kids. Those kids just drain me. But we had the luxury of gifting our kids some stuff because one's having a surgery and the other one is just got an amazing job, and so we're just like, we're just happy. We're just very comfortable finally, and my Xanadu is coming together. Xanadu is my little workshop. The Beaver House is absolutely. I already put the moss on, and yesterday I was trying to get my camera in there because I designed it the way I wanted to. I didn't design it for the parlor has a wall that keeps you from seeing two sitting areas. So I can see it when I'm playing with my little diorama, and I'm, we're doing whatever, but I can't take good pictures. I'm trying to, so I have to figure out how to do this. I think I'm going to have my daughter do it. She's really good at taking good pictures, and I think the only thing that I wanted was hanging herbs in the kitchen. I think I want to embellish the bunk beds because the beaver children sleep in these little cubbies, and it's exactly how I envisioned it to be. It's exactly how I drew it. But I want to embellish the little area so that, which is the girls' bunk and which is the boys' bunk. They're wearing clothes. My beavers. I'm going to introduce the little beavers today. Mama's wearing a robe. And as a nod to Emmett Otter, the boys will be wearing berets. And I'll be making their little berets soon. The little fishing caps. And what else? Papa's got a bow on. He's got a bow tie. And the little girls have bows in their hair. I even put lashes on Mama Beaver. She's got lashes. I don't know what I was thinking. Yes, and I wanted to work on the toys. So I'm just having a lot of fun. Bear came up with an idea, and I think I might go with it, of like having another floor downstairs. And I might do it. I'm not quite sure I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself. And now I'm looking for the Barbie townhouse. I have another vintage kitchen appliance coming in. And I cannot wait till I can do a tour of That's So 70s, my life living the vintage. I'm literally follow a woman who lives her 1940s life, and I love it. Her little kitchen has antique appliances, and technically, she's not from the 40s. She's like in her 20s. But I literally lived in the 70s, so I feel like I have a little bit more ownership on my lifestyle because I lived it. Okay, I found the can opener that I grew up with, and I can't wait to get it. Bear just has to help me pick the right one. But I'm living my best life. And I hope you're living your best life too. Y'all have a great day. Mwah.